Hello everybody, welcome to Plant Amateur. I'm Tara Gaines and today we're going to be repotting this Tradescantia tricolor and this Tradescantia pistachio. Super cute little plants, but in my recent experience I have discovered that Tradescantias do not belong in leca. Now, I do realize that many of you probably have great success with Tradescantias in leca, but I do not. So they're going into soil. Let's get right into it. All right, here we go. I'm just gonna empty this leca right into this empty pot here. One of the reasons why I'm transplanting this is because of the size of those roots. Those are roots. The size of those roots are so small and they're so thin and they're so frail that anytime I wanna do anything with these guys, I just have this fear that they're gonna break. So we're gonna get rid of that fear and we're just gonna put them into dirt because I think they will like it better. And I don't care about removing any of the leca from the roots. I'm just gonna let it live. Part of me also thinks that I might just put these together because that might be kind of cute. This doesn't have a lot of green in it. That kind of does. 1 strand versus 4. I think that's a good idea and it'll save space and time. These roots are pretty well knotted up, so I'm gonna do my best to get them to spread out in this little pot. Perfecto. I gotta get my secret weapon. Systemic granules. Water. So this little guy is all finished up. I'm just gonna let him sit in this water for a little bit longer to soak up all of the water that it possibly can. I don't know if I got it all the way through or not. Oh, yeah, see, there's a dry spot right there. So I'm just gonna let it sit in this little water tub for a while. Let's see how he looks in a few months. See you later. Welcome back, everybody. And this is the tricolor and pistachio that we potted up together on the previous segment. She is growing. The pistachio is very happy. The tricolor is pushing out new everythings. It's time to repot her. Can you see inside there? All of the roots are definitely so well established. They're coming out the bottom. I normally wouldn't repot just yet, but the problem is that yes, she's getting a little too big for this pot. But I also just received some Tradescantia nanooks from a planty friend of mine and they need to be potted up. So I figured let's pot them up with this gal and we can get into a bigger thing. Now, I was originally gonna use this cup because it's a pretty good size up from what we have, but Tradescantia roots grow so fast and I would just be doing it again in a few months, which I guess makes sense since that's about how often I film a video. But I wanted to make it a little bit easier on myself and I'm going for this, especially since I'm adding these guys. So I think between the two, between the plant and the new guys, this will be a good house. Let's set it up. I always get so excited when I get new plants. It's always, it's just like, treat! What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Oh yeah, we got circling roots around the bottom. I'm not gonna mess with those roots because roots know how to root. So we're just gonna leave it. Are they gonna come apart? Little butts. Time to backfill. Now my planty friend who gave me these nanooks, they're called the Angry Gardener, which I think it's so funny because he's not angry at all. He's quite pleasant and nice and you know, you just wouldn't call it angry, but maybe I just haven't watched enough of his gardening videos to see the anger come out. I do understand how that can happen sometimes when you're working with plants. We're big begonia fans. He has been getting more into begonias, outdoor begonias. He's a very good presenter, very entertaining, has a wide variety of plants and a good knowledge about them. So he does little science experiments to see what does best for what he's got. So maybe that will be applicable for you as well. Ugh, she's all dirty now. Every time I transplant these things, they get so filthy. Tradescantia pistachio albiflora, Tradescantia tricolor, this little one, it's so freaking cute, and Tradescantia nanook. I'm gonna give these guys some systemic granules and then we will see how they look in a few months. Let's flash forward. Hello everyone and welcome back. This is the Tradescantia tricolor. Now you might be wondering where her little friends are. Well, it went crazy. It got way too big. It got stuck together. It was bad, but it like in a good way. Like, I mean, it's an aggressive little weed is what it is. But so I've separated them, and the pistachio and the nanook now have their own video coming out soon. Stand and watch out for that to come by. For example, here is the pistachio and a whole bunch of babies that I made a little experiment with. So don't worry, they didn't die. But here is the Tradescantia. This side looks really good, and this side doesn't. So to close out this video, we're going to do a little investigating on why this side looks so bad. I haven't seen any bugs on it. There isn't any black dots, so no poop left over from bugs. So I can't imagine why it's doing that, except for maybe there's something in the soil, like maybe I got some bacterial stuff going on this side, but that would be weird to have it only on one side. Would that be weird to have fungal issues on one side of your pot and not the other? I don't know. What I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna cut off this bad stuff so it can go flop out. I'm not gonna propagate them. I'm just gonna put them in the compost bin because they've also lost all of their color. The tricolor is supposed to be like a pink, a white, and a green, and this one has lost all of its white, and it still has its pink on the back, and I just don't know what it's gonna do. So we're gonna get rid of it. And then these other ones I might propagate because they're still looking good. I might propagate these guys and then try to get the pot fuller. Also, where I end up cutting it, it may grow new branches, new leaves. If they end up looking the same as this kind of sickly looking color, this green, can a tricolor revert? I don't know. Is it even variegated? I don't know. But yeah, so the plan is just to cut off the ugly, maybe propagate some of the good, and then see what happens. Yeah. Let's make a mess. I got my compost bin. I watered her this morning. Well, she should be happy to be propagated today. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know where you're growing from there. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this side, but I'm hoping that it's not a problem that will affect the whole plant. But we're just gonna clean it up and see how she goes. And that's pretty good, actually. I think I'm gonna leave it just like this. This little guy has its variegation. Look at those cute little half moon leaves. They're so cute. So we're just gonna plop him right back in to this mess. And because he still has his variegation, I'm gonna put him in the side that has the discoloration and see what happens. Because there shouldn't be a problem. This is interesting for me. Well, that definitely looks a little better. Yeah, I think we'll have to see what happens in the coming months. Now, I've already done 3 segments for the Tradescantia tricolor, and so I'm gonna end this video and I'll start a new one if something crazy happens. But nothing crazy is gonna happen. I'm not gonna propagate her today. She's gonna grow just fine, and we'll see what happens with that little cutting. But otherwise, it's a very agreeable plant. Tradescantia, very beginner friendly, definitely the one to get. I don't know why mine's being so weird, but I mean, they do that. If this has happened to your plant or any plant that you have, please share your story. Send me a message on the socials or something. Let me know maybe if you deciphered what the problem was. Let me know, because I put activated charcoal in my soil. I don't see any bugs. I really hope it's not bugs because this little plant is so cute. But yeah, I'm also afraid it might be trying to it might try to unalive itself because it is very white over here. And the leaves are so much bigger than they were before. I thought it was gonna be small, but it ended up getting big. Let's clean it up. Tradescantia tricolor. Thank you so much for joining me and going through this little journey with this plant today over the last year. I'm Tara Gaines. You've been watching Plant Amateur, and please enjoy yourself.